Education Secretary Miguel Cardona facing calls to resign after a newly revealed email suggests that he requested the infamous letter from the National School Boards Association comparing protesting parents to domestic terrorists. White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich live on the North Lawn with more on this breaking story. Jackie?
Hey there. Good afternoon to you, John. Well, you'll recall that string of fiery school board meetings with parents upset over critical race theory prompted the National School Board Association to write that letter to President Biden asking for action against the people who were making threats. And it referred to the protesters as domestic terrorists. That prompted a response from the Justice Department. And now there are allegations from an interest group about a level of coordination between the NSBA and the Biden administration that led to that letter. The group Parents Defending Education, whose mission is to, quote, defend schools from activists promoting harmful agendas, released this letter as part of a public records request that they filed. Now, we've not seen the full contents of what this group was given, but the portion that they released shows members of the National School Board Association discussing this controversial letter that they sent to the president, describing it as a request from Education Secretary Miguel Cardona. One member writes to another asking if the board's process was followed in drafting the letter, saying, "I'm very concerned about the process by which the statement was made and the tone that essentially allowed the White House to direct the Attorney General to consider members of our community domestic terrorists." Another member replies, saying the interim CEO, Chip Slavin, quote, told the officers he was writing a letter to provide information to the White House, a request from Secretary Cardona. The Department of Education denies that Secretary Cardona made that request. A spokesperson telling Fox News, while the secretary did not solicit a letter from NSBA, to understand the views and concerns of stakeholders, the department routinely engages with students, teachers, parents, district leaders, and education associations. But the parents group that has sued over CRT and many other things says that this letter shows a very high level of coordination.
It's completely diabolical. I mean, this is the evidence, this email, that we have not only the Justice Department involved in this diabolical plan, but also now the Education Department. I mean, it's a real just miscarriage of governance, and we, the parents, are not going to shut up.
And the White House tells me that they did not also coordinate on this letter or solicit it. They echoed the statement from the Department of Education on that. And the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, said that he did not rely on that letter when he directed the FBI to investigate the threats. John.